Hello, Sandy, and welcome to Consumer Guard.
Thank you very much for having me. Hi.
Now, tell me, as Stats SA, I know that you collect and analyze data. How do you gather this information?
So we've got a very real and functional resource in that we pull from South African Police Service stats. But I think what we do really differently is because we're on the ground as an organisation and we deal with people every day. We're consistently doing crime stats surveys through Crime Stats SA, and our team of consultants is out there with the real population figuring out where the threats in this country lie.
Okay. Now, looking at the increase of car hijackings in South Africa, what do these stats tell us? Or would you say maybe they could help in maybe a prevention of car hijackings? Because it's been increasing every year, year and year. What do the stats tell us?
I think that the stats tell us that we're living in a very, very scary country at a very scary time. Whether your car is getting taken from you, something's getting taken out of your car, or if you look at any statistics relating to motor vehicles, the fact of the matter is there are 570 people being hit in this country per day. And I think as South Africans, we can throw these statistics out there and we go past and we use great websites like what we run with Crime Stats. But we seem to look at the numbers and not say, well, what does this actually mean for my businesses, my family, my own personal well-being? So to answer your question, what is it saying to us? There's a huge message being sent to us as South Africans. The question is, are we necessarily listening to the message that's being sent? Mm-hmm. It is on the increased, Polisa. There is absolutely no doubt about it, and it's drastically so.
So what are the areas, mostly, especially in Johannesburg, maybe, that we can tell our consumers to be on guard on when it comes to car hijackings?
So it would be naive of me to say if you're in a particular area, drop your guard. Everywhere in South Africa, keep your guard up. But undoubtedly, here are the three areas that we can share with you. If you live in the East Rand, strap in, it's the most dangerous. Second, we go from North Rand, so everything from your Sandton suburbs, Grayston being a particular threat, and your third most at-risk region is actually Pretoria, believe it or not.
Pretoria, oh, wow. Now, Sandy, tell me, would you say maybe that police probably are maybe, or police are not doing enough maybe to combat crime, in South Africa, or maybe car theft or car hijackings? Are they doing enough?
No. Unfortunately, there's no easy way to answer that question. And in defense of our police services, I think that there just isn't that capability within the police forces. You are needing specialized crime units to fight car hijackers, because it's not the individual at the robot or outside your home that is posing a threat. It's massive syndicate groups. These are not people who are walking past your home or robots by the by and think that it's a great idea to hit you and your family. These are intelligent groups, well thought out hijackings, and it's run from an intelligence portfolio. It's not done by hook or by crook, excuse the pun. So I think that in order to fight what is needing to be fought, you need to put powers in place that are going to combat that, and that takes resources, and we just don't have them.
Do you foresee maybe crime decreasing or car hijacking decreasing maybe in the near future?
Absolutely not. What Crime Stats SA does tell us is that the country that we live in is exceptionally volatile. In fact, if we want to throw out some more global statistics, the only countries that beat us globally in terms of our crime statistics are currently experiencing civil war. The statistics are not going anywhere, the threats are not going anywhere, and the only way for the South Africans out there to really get better in handling these threats is to be more vigilant, and when you look at the statistics, actually do something about it, and incorporate safety measures into your life, your home and your businesses. That's the only way it is ever going to decrease, is if we take this power into our own hands and don't depend on what we've already agreed is police services that just simply cannot support us.
Well, lastly, Sandy, what advice can you give to our consumers, just to be on the lookout and to keep safe?
So I think the primary thing that you've said over there is keep on the lookout. I mean, the number one thing from a training perspective that we put out to the South African market when we're actually doing these kind of courses in terms of anti-hijacking, etc., is don't ever get in this situation in the first place. And that means look out. It means being situationally aware. You know, with limited time on your program, if I had to give one tip to your viewers, it would be this. Put your cell phones away. You'll be that much safer.
Thank you so much.
Thanks very much for having me.
To draw this conclusion to a close, here are our thoughts on car hijacking and, of course, our tip of the week.
When it comes to crime, there's a lot of factors that come into play. Some will say the responsibility lies with the cops to prevent such. Others will blame a lack of jobs in our country as a contributing factor. But ultimately, the responsibility lies with consumers. For as long as there is a market for stolen goods, crime will exist in the country. Meantime, it will help if manufacturers offer hijacking awareness training to consumers, especially on the high-selling models. Now, let's take a look at your tip of the week.
Tip 1. Put your hands up, covering your head. Tip 2. Show the hijacker that you are wearing a seat belt. Tip 3. Avoid eye contact with the hijacker. Tip 4. Speak calmly as you exit the vehicle. Tip 5. Passengers in the front to exit on the same door. Tip 6. If there are children at the back, calmly let the hijacker know. Tip 7. Lie flat on the floor after exiting the vehicle.
We've reached the end of our show, and thanks for tuning in. To read up further on the hijack awareness tips, do visit us on our website on www.ann7.com and click on the consumer guide link. You can also interact with us on Twitter and as well as on Facebook. Salang sentle.